Hey guys, so I just wanted to share with you some of my thoughts I've been having about binging on Thanksgiving and any holiday meal for that matter. So it kind of occurred to me that there might be like 3 reasons that we binge on big holiday meals like this, and I feel like I want to share them with you because when we can identify the things that are misconstrued in our relationship with food, we can spend less time worrying, stressing, and agonizing over weight loss and being healthy and what foods to eat, what foods not to eat, feeling guilty, etc., etc. And all of that energy and effort can be spent on something that just, it matters more, like loving your family and your friends and your neighbors and enjoying life and going out and doing the things that you've always dreamed of doing. And that's ultimately what I believe. I believe that if we can get our relationship with food right, we can start spending less time talking about it and dealing with it, and more time and energy doing the things we love to do. So I think that it's really important because this life, although it feels really long sometimes, is really short, and it is not worth spending our entire lives or even several years of our life agonizing over food and what to eat and what not to eat. So that all being said, this is why this is important. There could potentially be 3 reasons why we binge on Thanksgiving or on big holidays. The first one being that it's expected because it's a tradition, because everybody else is doing it. They've been doing it forever and ever. It's just expected that this is what you will do. This is what everybody's going to do. And when there's that expectation, sometimes we give ourselves the freedom and the leeway to just do it, when truly it's not making us feel good physically, and it's not making us feel good mentally or spiritually, I guess you could say. That we feel guilty, we feel ashamed afterwards. And there's even like guilt and shame involved when we don't eat the way everyone else at the table is eating. Like sometimes, you actually are trying to make good choices and everybody at the table or in the room is looking at your plate saying, oh, that's all you're going to eat? Like I've had that happen to me sometimes, different places with different people, where they look at what I'm choosing to eat or not to eat and, questioning it, and I have to explain myself, and that's frustrating and that's intimidating sometimes, depending on who you're interacting with. So I just want to encourage you guys on that note, that if, sorry, distracted by a car driving by. So I want to encourage you guys that if that's the case for you, that you feel like you have to eat a certain way because that's what happens in the culture group, or the culture in the group that you're in, or the people you're with, to mentally prepare ahead of time to formulate what response you will give to people, because people are going to question you when you make choices that kind of stand out and look different. So just know for yourself that you are doing something really amazing for yourself. It's going to pay off in the long run, and you have a reason. Know what your why is. Know for yourself, why are you making healthy choices? Why are you choosing to eat differently this year than last year, or choosing to eat differently than the people around you? Know why, and be ready to maybe not give your whole why reason to those people who are asking or criticizing, but just have a very simple, straightforward response that kind of neutralizes the questions, or shares what you're passionate about with them. If you're passionate about something and eating healthy is part of that, then share that with them. Yeah, there's that. The second reason that maybe you feel like you're going to binge on Thanksgiving or another holiday is that you are so strict the rest of the year. You're counting your calories and you're working out 6 days a week and you're just so strict that you feel like you don't really get to enjoy food very often. then it's very likely that come a big holiday like Thanksgiving, you are going to just feel the entitlement to binge, which in some ways you do. You are entitled to do that. But it's not necessarily a healthy relationship with food. It's not healthy for your mind or your body to throw yourself into these extremes. And so if you are that person, I want to encourage you to use this time as reflection. If you sense that you want to just like binge because you feel miserable 90% of the rest of the year, then I really want to encourage you to look at how you're handling your weight loss journey. Are you constantly on a diet, or is this a lifestyle for you? Is there a way that you can find foods that you like to eat but are still healthy and going to help you reach your goals? There's hundreds of thousands of resources out there, this being one of them, where you can come and try and find those tools that you need to make eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle practical and enjoyable. That is something I'm super passionate about, that it needs to be enjoyable. So that's number 2. Number 3, the third reason you might binge on Thanksgiving or a holiday is that you don't eat healthy the rest of the year. It's not really on your radar. Maybe it is a little bit on your radar, but you just haven't mustered up the will to do anything about it or to change, or you're just not ready for change yet, but you notice that you don't eat healthy and you don't like that, but you do it anyway. So come Thanksgiving, you're like, hey, it's par for the course, whatever. I'm just going to binge, and what difference does it make because I do it every other day anyway? I might as well do it double time today. If that's you, I also want to encourage you as well that to use this time as a time of reflection, to pay attention to your body, how it feels. After you stuff yourself, do you really truly feel good, or do you kind of feel crappy? How do you feel mentally and emotionally and spiritually? Are there negative feelings associated with that binge or that overeating? Even if it is for a holiday or for fun or whatever, do you feel ashamed or guilty afterwards? If so, that's kind of like a signal, like a flag, that that's not what's best for you, and it's worth taking time to think about. So, and I know I'm probably going to hear a lot of people who say, who cares, it's Thanksgiving. Like, yes, everyone's going to feel guilty afterwards, but it's one day a year, who cares? But my goal and my heart for you guys is that you would never feel guilty, and you would never walk away from a meal with loved ones feeling ashamed or negative. It's not supposed to be that way. So, enjoy your food, don't be restrictive, but also make choices that are going to make your body feel good, your mind and your emotions feel good as well. So, that's it. Those are the 3 things that I think would cause us to binge, and we all, I think, have been in one of those 3 places, and there might be more, but those are the 3 that came to mind for me that I found significant. And my hope is that you guys would enjoy your Thanksgiving, that you would feel good after eating, whatever that means for you, and that you would just never walk away from the table feeling ashamed or guilty. And even if you do, just use whatever negative feelings you have after you eat to propel you forward into the next step of your journey, whatever that is. So guys, happy Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful for all of you who are watching. You are spending your very valuable time listening to me and watching my videos, and so I hope to create things for you that continue to help push you forward, to empower you, to equip you, and inspire you to be the healthiest you that you can be, mind, body, and spirit, and to be able to pursue your passions. So I love you all. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.